All right, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in this world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of Alexandra Mayers Live, page by page reading and commentary of the modern English version of the Bible. So today we're going to go back into the first book of Kings, chapter 5, which revolves around plans to build the temple. The first book of Kings so far revolves around David's son Solomon. It's been an interesting story. I particularly liked the chapter 3 when it came to the lesson that was taught in regards to the love of a true and solid parent. That particular chapter outlined the story of two women who were each claiming that a baby was theirs. And Solomon was like, okay, well, since you both want this child, let's go ahead and slice it in half with a sword. And the woman who was like, no, 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 just let the other woman have it. I don't want the child killed. He knew that that was the mother. So I'm just really enjoying the stories in this particular book of the Bible so far. On a personal note, I had a really good day today. Today was my birthday. I'm 47 years old. I had a really good lunch with someone today. It wasn't really an official birthday lunch, but it was a really good lunch. And I had more people wish me happy birthday this year than I've had wish me happy birthday in a long time. I was really surprised and very grateful, and I feel really blessed by that. And I'm just looking forward to the rest of the year. What I really love about my birthday is that it's close to New Year's. So I get to start the new year, start a new personal year only a few days later. And I'm just really looking forward to this year. I took a lot of time today to be rather introspective, did a lot of what I'll call personal bookkeeping, uh, spoke to some family members, spoke to some friends, and I just feel like I'm in a really good place in life right now. So let's go ahead and read this chapter. I'll provide my commentary as I feel I need to. Now Hiram, king of Tyre, sent his servants to Solomon, for he had heard that they had anointed him king in place of his father. And Hiram had always loved David. And Solomon sent word to Hiram, saying, you know how David, my father, was unable to build a house for the name of the Lord his God because of the wars all around him, until the Lord put his enemies under his feet. But now the Lord my God has given me peace on every side, so that there is neither adversary nor misfortune. So now that I plan to build a house to honor the name of the Lord my God, just as the Lord spoke to my father David, saying, your son, whom I will set on your on your throne after you, shall build a house to honor my name. Now therefore, command that cedar trees from Lebanon be cut down for me, and my servants shall be with your servants, and I will pay your servants whatever you command. For you know that there are none among my people who can cut timber like the Sidonians. Okay, so this is interesting. He sent word to Hiram in regards to continuing his father's work. Earlier on another project of mine, I was discussing that an online friend of mine, a woman who's definitely had the Spirit of God come upon her because she has shifted in a positive manner phenomenally, in my opinion. Her name is Trisha. Um, I was saying that people on that particular project should seek her advice and insight and thoughts when it comes to live streaming and being a parent, because she's actually experienced that, opposed to me because I'm not a parent. And in the past, I really felt that live streamers, even if they're mainstream, shouldn't involve their children. But my mind has shifted substantially when it comes to that, because live streaming is a genuine profession, especially nowadays. So why shouldn't someone's child continue their parents' work or essentially go into the family business? I think it's fine. There's someone, I'm not even going to say who you are. I'm going to ban you from the chat. You are free to make a different alt to where I can't identify you, but I am going to tell you why I'm banning you from my chat. And I don't hate you or think badly of you. It's just that I'm really tired of certain people treating me badly and then pretending that they haven't treated me badly or they don't know what I'm talking about. I don't appreciate people using me or attempting to psychologically or spiritually abuse me. And without a doubt, spiritual trafficking is a real thing. I wasn't sure if the term had ever been utilized before, but it has been. And put it into the AI, and you'll get some very interesting results. But when it comes to someone's panel that you like to frequent, and I'm speaking to the person who I just banned from my chat, evil energy from my perspective. And without a doubt, he did try to spiritually traffic me, and he failed. And I made one simple request: not to mention me any further. And he couldn't do that. So God will take care of the situation, the Christian God of the Bible. That's all I have to say about that. And to those of you who wished me a happy birthday, thank you. I appreciate it. But let's continue. When Hiram heard the words of Solomon, he rejoiced greatly and said, "Blessed be the Lord this day, who has given David a wise son over this great people." Hiram sent to Solomon, saying, "I have considered the things which you have contacted me about, and I will do all you asked concerning timber of cedar and fir. My servants shall bring them down from Lebanon to the sea, and I will send them by sea in floats to the place that you shall name, and will not cause them to be discharged into your care there. And in return, you will meet my wishes by giving food for my household." So Hiram gave Solomon cedar trees and fir trees as he desired. Solomon gave Hiram 20,000 cores of wheat for his household and 20 baths of pure oil. This is what Solomon gave to Hiram each year. The Lord gave Solomon wisdom as he promised, and there was peace between Hiram and Solomon as they made a treaty together. King Solomon drafted men from all Israel, totaling 30,000 men. He sent them to Lebanon in turns, 10,000 a month, with each spending a month in Lebanon and 2 months at home. Adoniram administered the labor force. Solomon had 70,000 porters and 80,000 stone cutters in the mountains, not counting the chief of Solomon's officers, who were over the work, 3,300, who ruled over the people who did the work. At the king's command, they quarried out great costly stones in order to lay the foundation of the house with dressed stones. Solomon's builders and Hiram's builders, along with the stone masons, cut them and prepared timber and stones to build the house. So that's the end of the first book of Kings, chapter 5. Tomorrow we'll go into chapter 6, which continues the account of Solomon building the temple. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to get going. Sorry I had to interrupt that with a little something personal, but spiritual warfare is real. Spiritual trafficking is real. God is real. Jesus Christ is real. There's a lot of things that our traditional five senses cannot perceive that are real. But what I suggest to many of you who are Christians, who try to live your life right, never let anybody use or abuse you and then later attempt to gaslight you when you call them out about it. Generally, only call somebody out about something once and then move on. And if they pursue you, turn around and knock the living hell out of them. Metaphorically, of course. Boundaries are incredibly important when it comes to any sort of relationship that you have in your life. And the best way to determine whether or not someone should be in your life is by determining whether or not that person is capable of respecting whatever boundaries it is that you set between you and them. If they are not capable, that is not someone that is healthy for you to be in your life. In addition, you should never let anyone try to coerce you into being friends with or a part of something that you do not want to be a part of. You should never compromise your boundaries or how you feel when it comes to anyone that you're friends with or connected to. If somebody tries to force you into any sort of situation that you are not comfortable with or that you simply do not want, walk away from them. And again, if they pursue you, metaphorically, of course, turn around and beat the living hell out of them. And don't hold back when you do. So everyone have a great night. Thank you for listening. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.